Hello guys, welcome to today's video. So today we have amazing guy, Felipe. He's in our program E-commerce Scaling Secrets, and he is Brazilian, so he lives in Brazil. And do you also sell in Brazil, Felipe?
Yes, actually, I only sell in Brazil right now. I started here and I only sell here because it's a great market.
Cool. What numbers you're hitting right now with your store?
You said my numbers?
Yeah. This sales revenue.
All right. This month, I think I sold like 2 millions in reais. It's like $60,000-$70,000, but I have a great margin, and I think I have profited like $300,000 this month, and
300,000
last month
reals?
too.
Reals or reals you mean?
Reals, yeah. $1 is like 5 reais. 5 reals.
That's awesome, man. Like, how long you been like in e-commerce space?
I've been in e-commerce for like 1 year. I started last year. My family, we used to have local stores in malls. And then on the last years, it was like very bad. We closed a lot of stores. I don't know if you guys noticed the crisis here in Brazil,
Yeah.
but it was a very hard moment for us. And we had like 15 stores in malls, and then we had to shut it down, all the stores.
Wow. Jesus.
Yeah. But I mean, it was like, it was bad, but it was good too. It pushed me a lot harder than I was working. And I mean, I got back in only 1 year, I got back profiting more than with my 15 stores in malls.
Really?
Just with e-commerce, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome, man. So I know like Brazil is like, it's huge country. How many, like 200, 300, like 200 million people or like 150?
Yeah, like 200 million people. It's a great country for ads. Big
Yeah,
audience.
it's amazing country for ads, and I know some people who have like figured out, the Brazilian markets, right? But I also know a lot of people that just couldn't figure it out, right? So what do you think are the main kind of like things to know about the Brazilian market that, that for example help you, or some people cannot see, or maybe they're not, don't have access to those things? What do you think are those?
Okay, so Brazil is a good market, especially because there's not a lot of people making ads right now. And e-commerce stores are just getting bigger and bigger every year. It's not like the United States that like most half of the sales of everything made from e-commerce. In Brazil, it's like 7 or 10% of all the retail sales are from e-commerce. And then this year was like there were a big change in the market because of the coronavirus. A lot of people didn't have an option to buy in local stores, and then they started buying online more. And with this switch on the mindset of people, they started to trust more, and they're having more access to internet. They are getting more trust to buy on the internet, and then this makes the sales go like wild. These were very, very good sales in e-commerce. I know a lot of people that work with e-commerce, drop shipping or not, and this year was really good, like 50, 100, like more revenue, more sales.
That's awesome.
Compared to the last year.
So do you drop ship? You ship from China?
Yes, I drop ship.
Okay, so how is it like in terms of the customs?
I ship from China, and it's very hard to do this in Brazil.
So you drop ship, you ship from China, right?
Yes, I ship from China. And this is not easy in Brazil because we have like 40 or 45 days to have the package shipped for the customer. It's not like the US that we can have a warehouse and in 10 days you can get to customers. It's very hard to ship and get it received and have no complaints. It's a big trouble that we have in the support team. So we must have a big, great structure that I don't see like even American dropshippers or worldwide dropshippers. Some of them doesn't have like good support and that stuff. And if you don't do this here, you're out of the market. You can scale with a Facebook page for more than 40 days.
Wow. So basically the pages, like the feedback score just goes down so fast?
Yes. I have seen like some of my brothers of the dropshipping group that we have on WhatsApp.
Uh-huh.
When they scale a product, it turns out like 7 or 10 days, the page can go down if you don't make a really good support. So we must have a lot of tools here, and those tools are expensive. So
Uh-huh.
like, talk to the customer every day. We have like a great funnel on email
Uh-huh.
that we send to customers like, oh, your orders are paid. You have like 7 or 5 days, and then your order will be packed, and then, oh,
Uh-huh.
it's packing. We calm down the customers with email and WhatsApp notifications and SMS notifications. We must talk to the customer a lot so we don't have issues with the feedback score and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard. It's not easy, but we must do that.
Uh-huh. How is it like, so with you guys have these like boletos, right? Is that still like the most popular payment method?
Yes. Here in Brazil, half of the population does not have credit cards. It's like insane, but it's true. And
Mm-hmm.
then we have a payment method that it's called billet. It's boleto here, but Facebook calls it billet. It's like a check that you can pay or you cannot pay in the bank. You make the order and you can choose later to pay or not to pay. And this is a very hard work too, because there are some products that may get more billets, and
Uh-huh.
there are some products with like higher tickets that gets less billets.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, we have a lot of work to do so we can make a good conversion on these billets. We must talk to customer. We must call the customer and say, "Oh, hello. Do you have any doubts about your order? Have you paid the bill?" It's like when you owe the bank some money and the bank calls you every day. We must do like this if we want the customer to pay.
And so how do you structure it? Like, do you have like customer like service team members that basically follow up with people?
Yes, we have a tool for WhatsApp notification, and then as soon as the customer places the order, the customer gets the billet on his WhatsApp, and
Uh-huh.
then he can talk to someone because sometimes the customer is like, "Oh, it's a great offer, I need to buy," and then they purchase in billet,
Yeah.
and then they forgot. I don't know what makes people do this, but they really do. They buy and don't pay. So we
Uh-huh.
must call them in like a funnel, a 3-day funnel that is the ability is valid for 3 days. So we must make a
Wow.
great funnel to have a conversion.
Man, you
And
you have quite sophisticated stuff there that, let's say in the United States, other markets, you don't have that, right? You just sell the stuff and like
yes,
get away with it.
here it's like much harder than other countries because of this, especially billets and the customer service. If you don't have a great structure, you cannot sell here. It's a big barrier.
Wow, that's interesting. So, in terms of the products that you guys are focusing on a specific niche, or this is like a general store, like what's working for you?
Okay, for me, my secret of success in dropshipping is that I don't make general stores. I have general stores to test some stuff, but everything from my stores, they are branded. I mean, you don't need to create a brand and to trademark your name and that stuff. But if you create a brand that makes the customer trust,
Mm-hmm.
even for testing, I create a brand for the product that I'm testing. It's not like a general product. I mean, I can sell this remote here for you as a air conditioner remote, or I can make it special with the branding and every stuff. I make all my things really beautiful with my team. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a secret. I don't even like to test like an MVP. Like I see a lot of guys, especially worldwide, they just take a product from the AliExpress, get the same images, get a video that everybody has already saw the video, and they want this to work, but it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have brands. We have like for the same air conditioner, it can cost $5 or it can cost $50. It depends on the brand.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. So, in terms of the structure, like, do you have like designers in house, or do you have like designers that you hire like somewhere like on Fiverr, Upwork, like the team members that you?
Yes. When I started last year, I used to do all by my own.
Uh-huh.
and I had a star mouse, so I made them, and I'm good at branding, you
Uh-huh.
know. But when the thing starts scaling, you must treat this like a real company, and
Uh-huh.
you're the leader. You can like spend 3 hours to make some creatives, to make videos and images. You must use people. People
Mhm.
is the secret to the scale. If you don't trust people, if you don't think that, oh, this guy can do better than me, I'm the best. This is the biggest mistake that an entrepreneur can think.
Mhm.
This were one of the reasons that my old business has failed.
Mm.
There were the crises, but I was the guy that everything should pass by me if I want to have success. So I have my team, and everything from the ads, from the testing, from the support. I'm just the leader.
Uh-huh.
I mostly like don't touch anything. I'm the brain of the operation, you know?
Uh-huh. So that experience, although it was painful, but it was like very like good like learning experience for you.
Yes. On my old company, I didn't have a structure,
Mhm.
and everybody in the company did everything. So you have free time, okay, go there and get this on the store and take it there and do, and everybody did the same things.
Mhm.
So the first thing that I made when I started scaling my business, okay, it's a business. I can treat it like it's not a real thing. It's a drop shipping business. It's very serious. People just don't get it.
Mhm.
They think that they're going to throw some ads and sell, and okay, it's free money. Oh, it's easy. It's not like this. If you treat it like a real company, you have success. So
Mhm.
I started structuring all my business. And the first time I opened a MindMeister and started drawing. Okay, so what I want to do, I can work with the ads. And then I have a necessity for a designer. I
Mhm.
need a finance guy. And when I started structuring, I didn't have a lot of money to hire people. So what I did was I look at my circle of friends and family and started teaching them. So I
Mhm.
teached my dad to take care of the logistics. I teached my little brother that has 16 years old to mining products on AdSpy, and
Mhm.
I teach my older brother that has 19 years old to take care of the finance and pay
Mhm.
all the employees and everything. And then I could use like my friends and my family to have the first moment of the business. It's
Mhm.
a very nice strategy if you don't have a lot of money.
That's interesting, man. That's very interesting. Do you guys use any special like solutions for the funnels, or you use like Shopify as everyone else?
For the funnels, I use Shopify, but I use also Active Campaign and a lot of other tools that, especially Brazilian tools,
Uh-huh.
that we can create great funnels.
How is like so with all of this like long delivery times? Like have this been like are customers generally like very angry, or you still manage to like more or less like calm them down and they're happy with products?
They are very angry.
Yeah.
We can't here in Brazil. We can't keep a China dropshipping business. We can keep the same store for more than 3 or 4 or 5 months. The strategy I'm using now, all my things are very branded, and I have a very attention team of the support.
Uh huh.
This makes it a little better. But if you buy something, you don't want to wait like 40 days.
Yeah.
But the difference into Brazilian people and other countries, as Brazilian people are starting now on the internet and there are not many drop shippers here in Brazil, we can the product they think they will not find anywhere else, and they choose to wait.
Mm-hmm.
And but we do something that I don't like, but we must do this.
Uh huh.
That is, on the checkout, we doesn't use the shipping times.
Uh huh.
But as soon as the customer pay, they get informed by SMS and email about the shipping times, and they have the option to refund in
Yeah.
24 hours. So this makes the customer, okay, I have the option to refund, but I already bought. Okay, I can wait. It's not something that I really need for tomorrow. And this
Mm-hmm.
is a secret too. I cannot sell something that the customer needs for tomorrow. It must be something that, okay, I need this, but I can wait 40 days. It's not necessary. It's not like food that I need every day.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And so do you see any other, like you mentioned the competition at this point in Brazilian markets, you didn't see that much of the competition?
In Brazil, one of the issues is that we have a lot of amateurs doing drop shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of people are doing scams. You know, Brazilian laws aren't very good on the internet. It's just starting to have some laws and stuff. So a lot of people sell and does not ship to the customer.
Oh,
This is
well.
an issue for us.
Can you like
So
charge back? Like for example, that boleto, once you paid it, you cannot get it back?
yes, the customer can charge back, but
Okay.
some of the customers pays in billets and they doesn't even know they can have chargebacks on billets, you know?
They don't know that.
Yes. So it's like if you want to do the right thing, you can get money. But if you want to do the bad thing, it's bad, but you can get money too. And this is an issue for us because sometimes we see like a product that you cannot sell by under 50, 100, and then there's a guy selling it for 100. And a lot of people, as they are just starting buying on the internet, they trust everything and they end up like not buying and not receiving for the other sellers.
Wow, that's interesting. So Brazil right now is at that stage like of kind of like wild, wild west with internet
Um,
stuff, right?
yes, it's a Brazil. It's a market with like mobile phones, just like India. It's a very good market for the internet. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
But about buying things, it's new here. We don't have like Amazon is just starting here now, and it doesn't have power here. So the market is ours for now.
With this business, what are your goals? Let's say in the next like 1, 2, 3 years.
You know, you must think like me. Drop shipping from China, it's a
Mm-hmm.
model that may not be sustainable for longer and longer years.
Mm-hmm.
But our secret weapon, it's the traffic. It's the paid traffic. With paid traffic, we can sell everything. And then my advice for everyone that's just starting, don't get some money and think you are rich, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because if you have money, you can develop your own products. You can go to any local industry and say, oh, I want to sell a perfume. You
Yeah.
know, perfume is fragrance. I
Mm-hmm.
want 1,000 units for testing. Can you drop ship? Oh, you cannot drop ship for me. Okay, I can take my products to a warehouse that can ship
Mm-hmm.
for me. You know, and if you have money, so my goal now is to make a lot of money from
Mm-hmm.
the China drop shipping because I know it won't be here forever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know paid traffic, you can sell everything. And it's just starting. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a revolution. You know, a lot of people in the past got rich with like trains, with farms. It's the time for the internet, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Yeah, I know
Uh,
people who who leverage the like in when Facebook just started, the affiliate marketing, like skincare, whatever, like man, just make like obscene amounts of money there. Now, obviously, they evolve, their business like fully, legitimate, but there's this like timing moment, right? That you
yes,
can grasp.
exactly. It's about timing. And you know, I worked with local stores and we have very low profit margins. In local stores, you have like 8 to 10% of profit.
Mm-hmm.
And this having a lot of employees and laws in Brazil are very bad. So employees like put you on the justice and they can get your money even if you're right. It's very mess here in Brazil. It's a
Oh, you
very big
cannot
mess.
fire people or something, right? Like you cannot just let them go, like or something, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I've
And
heard
also
that.
you have the issue that if you have a mall in the store, okay, you must have the product in stock. You must have the size of the customer. The
Uh-huh.
customer must like it, and the customer must have money to pay. So in Facebook, we can target people. And this is like a very, I was amazed when I heard this the first time. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, it makes me, I don't know the word in English, but
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh my God, this is not possible. I can, so if I want to sell something for a doctor, I can just target the doctor and all the doctors from Brazil can buy my product.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. So when I had my local stores, it was like only the neighbor. the neighborhood that would go by into my store.
Mm-hmm.
But now I can sell to the whole country. I can sell to the whole world. We just need to have a good product and a good strategy, and we can sell everything. So I really think that if people get some money now from drop shipping, keep that in mind. Don't spend your money. Don't see like the guys on the Instagram being rich and having a Porsche and having a Ferrari and that stuff. You know, you must have money. The
Mm-hmm.
first time I started drop shipping, like on the first 2 months, the first month was not good. I was like, oh, I'm already broke, but I'll keep trying. But
Mm-hmm.
the second month, I made some money, a lot of money. On the third month, I made a lot of money too, and it was December. So January, I made a trip,
Uh-huh.
and I spent like all the money I got. And then I didn't have like a lot of money to test new products, and I was missing every test that I made. So my solution was to partner with a guy that
Mm-hmm.
had money and split the profits.
Mm-hmm.
And then this makes me go up again. But that was my first mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And after this, I act like I'm poor every day. I have a lot of money in my account right now. So
Mm-hmm.
but I act like I'm poor. And I don't mind spending like 5,000 or 10,000 in testing products, in testing structure. But if I don't buy a lot of things, you know, I want to have a big money in my account so I can have money from other business too.
Such a good point, man. Such a good point. Because, you know, it's that first success. I mean, a lot of people can hit it, right? But, you know, like what you do with that success, right? Moving forward, like how do you leverage
Yes,
that first success into second success and then into the, you know, other successes moving forward and make them even bigger moving forward. So that's very good insight.
exactly.
How is it like? Do you so you structure your team in a way where it's like you mostly like supervising them, like you know, basically this person does this person does that, right?
Yeah. So the first thing I did was to draw on MindMeister, you know, like a mind map
Mm-hmm.
with the functions that I needed to be done that I didn't have time to do.
Yeah.
So after I draw it, I started to hire the other one, and then after this, I started using the Asana. Do you know?
Uh huh. Yeah. The project management. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's the best thing for you to deal with the team. So I just put the task there, and I have the guy that makes the design. I have the guy that makes the product copy. I have the guy that make the first ads. I have the guy that make the structure for me, so they can create a Shopify and that stuff, and all those things. The time is the most valuable thing we have, right? You can be richer than me, but we both have the same time. If you manage your time smart, you can make a lot of money. So all my first revenue, I just spend on structure, especially using Asana. With on my old stores, local stores, I had a team of 100 people.
Oh
You know,
wow.
to have a revenue is not profit, like right?
Yeah.
I don't know the word in English.
Yeah. Yeah.
Revenue is like the whole sales.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Okay.
I had 3 million of revenue with like 8 to 10% of profit
Mm-hmm.
with 15 stores and 100 people. Now I have like 3 million every month with 6 people
Mm-hmm.
and 20 to 30% of profit.
That's very nice. That's a significant difference.
Yes. So the thing is that what I made wrong there for not structuring, it's our
Uh-huh.
structure now. And people should invest on this. They should spend their whole day looking for product, creating, making creatives and that stuff. As soon as you get the first money, start thinking on how can you scale, how can you delegate the functions.
Mm.
Because my job right now is to check if everything is doing good and scaling the ads. That's something that I still do.
Yeah.
But most the strategies, the planning. So I have like a month of planning for products to
Mm-hmm.
test, and we
Nice.
don't miss. We test 3 products every week, We create like 2 new Shopify stores every month. It's all on my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always thinking on the next month, not on this month.
Mm-hmm. That is awesome. How do you? So you mentioned there, there are some issues with feedback score, on the pages. Like, do you get the pages with no feedback score, or like, how do you still manage that? Or your feedback score is decent, like, so you don't need to do anything.
Okay, being honest with you, I'm testing the two things.
Uh-huh.
There were one secret that I learned in your course
Uh-huh.
to keep a page for a long time, and
Uh-huh.
this is what's making this stuff very good.
Uh-huh.
But when I didn't know that, I just you know I ran it ad for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I tested, man. We can have a great support team or don't have it, the pages won't last because of the shipping time, you
Uh-huh.
know. And then what saved me was literally the secret in your course. So about the
That's awesome.
pages. So it was like, actually, I'm not like, whoa, Alex, you're the best, but I'm being very honest here. Your course is what flipped my game,
It's awesome that it helped you out, It's awesome.
When I talked to Jacob to start your course,
Uh-huh.
I didn't have a lot of money on my account, and your course in my country here, it's like a car that I paid. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
cheaper outside, but here in Brazil with the currency, it's like a car.
Uh-huh.
I had like two cars in the bank account.
Uh-huh.
It was like 3 or 4 months ago,
Uh-huh.
because I didn't have the secrets to scale.
Uh-huh.
I was afraid of testing things. I already know a lot of things, but
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, this might not work. Let's keep the same structure that have been working for years. And now I try a lot of things. I try a lot of lookalikes from 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, and all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of lookalikes. It's like 60, 70, yes, kinds of different lookalikes for testing and interests and
Uh-huh.
angles and that stuff. So that made me a big difference. And I'm very grateful for it, because on the start of the year, I was on that situation that I
Mm-hmm.
told you. I lost a lot of my money traveling because I thought I was rich with dropshipping. And
Uh-huh.
in February, we have coronavirus in China. In
Yeah.
March, we had coronavirus, and China could not send the orders.
Yeah.
And people were just scared. They were not buying online, you
Yeah.
know. But in like 5 to 6 months, I could get a lot of money. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
very grateful for the course.
That's awesome.
And you are very honest talking about the course, because I remember seeing that if you did not started anything, this course is not for you. And this is totally right.
Mm-hmm.
If I were starting now and see your course, yeah, it would help a lot. But if you don't have like more than 1,000, as me, that it won't work. If you have only the money to spend on the course and you don't have
I
money to
think in the
spend,
best, we can help the most like people who already have the experience, like because I don't think you can avoid it, because I think that the mindset that a lot of people have is that you buy the course and it's like just because you bought the course,
mm-hmm.
right? It like makes you fucking like you have to actually fucking do it, and then you have to
Yeah,
make mistakes. I mean, it will cut the number of mistakes that you do, right? But like I mean, it's impossible. Like, if that was so easy, everyone would be a fucking billionaire.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, every person,
People
like,
don't get it. People don't get there's a lot of things that it's not just you see and then you replicate. You must learn what you're seeing. If you just see and replicate, it will not work for you. You must
and
know
if it,
exactly what you're
even
doing.
if it works, even if it works, like for one time, right? Then market changes, the environment
Yes.
changes, right? Like, so you have to adapt. So, at the end of the day, I think what we do is like we help people who are already like internally successful just become more successful, like like you already had that in you, that you're willing to follow through, you're willing to execute, you're willing to risk, you're willing to put, in the work, then, that's the type of people we can help, man. I mean, I'm very, this shit like makes me so like, fuck, that we're making like an impact, like we helping people, like, fuck, it's
Yeah, for
so
sure,
like,
for sure. And I can assure you that I'm the guy that doesn't like paying things.
Mm-hmm.
like paying courses and that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I self-made my first ads and everything. There's a lot of free things on YouTube,
Yeah,
especially on
exactly.
our channel and other people.
I
So
think, and
for
I
starting,
think that's the best way, man. I think that is the best way. Like you put in the work, like you, oh, obviously it's most of the time it doesn't work, right? But you learn something from it, right? And you
yes,
took that first, you took that first like step. I think that's a good
yes.
starting
And
point for
then
everyone.
when you have the first sales and then you think this business is really for you, it's the time like you must invest in network, you must invest in course. Like I'm talking to you, it's a network, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Yeah.
network, and network is a good thing that moved me a lot. We had a group here in Brazil with like 30 or 40 people that started doing drop shipping, and now we're just 10. But these 10 together, we sell like 50 to 30 millions
Mm-hmm.
every month. We're like big players here in Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
and we help with each other. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I test something, my friend tests the other thing, and the other tests other thing. So we can together make the things happen. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to start your business and like you're the guy that you're a little bit shy or doesn't like to talk and you think you can do it by your own and study and have success alone, yes, it's okay, you can do it. But it's easier, very easy if you get like people with you doing the same thing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, me and my friends of drop shipping, they're like my best friends now. We spend like 15 to 16 hours every day working on the computer and
Mm-hmm.
talking about the strategies and everything. And this is what makes you grow up, to expand your ideas, to have new ideas for testing and that stuff. Network is very important.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. It's tremendous pleasure to connect with you, and guys, I think you also got a lot of lessons from this. Like, I want to connect with you. Like, you hit like 100K per month. Like, how far is that? Is that far away? Like 100K per month?
Of profit?
Yeah, US dollars in revenue. Let's say in revenue.
In revenue? In revenue, more. In revenue, in just one store, I have this. I have now 5 stores running.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, in profit, it's like 300, 300. It's like $1,000 by month. It depends, sometimes more, sometimes less.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like this.
So yeah, we connect. I want to connect with you again when you surpass, that say 1 million, in US dollars. So I count in US dollars. I track the success of my students in US
In
dollars.
US dollars. It's not fair for me, but it's okay. I
I know,
work for
man. I
it.
know. I'm sorry, but like,
I will work for it.
I mean, like 2021. Like, I mean, considering all of now you have some capital to work with. Now you have the experience. I think the market, like, it's not. Yeah, as you said, it's not that saturated. There's like tremendous opportunity there. So, and thank you for jumping on this call. It's been tremendous pleasure, and I'm very like this. This shit makes me happy, man.
Yeah, and you can't imagine, like, I mean, I did a lot of work to learn something new because I was very broke last year. My parents almost lost their house. My dad is someone who got from nothing. He was very poor when he was a child, and then with 50 years old, he broke. This must be very hard. And my family
Yeah.
was not good. I have brothers and my mother. So it was like my mission to have to I'm very grateful for what he did for me, like school and every stuff, you know. Nothing. I have the obligation to give my family the comfort, and that
Mm-hmm.
was my goal this year, to get our house back. That is the house that I am right now,
Mm-hmm.
and to pay every debt, all debts of my family. And
Mm-hmm.
now I work with them. You know, my father is the logistics guy, and we work like this. I run my father's stores, I run each brother stores, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't get profit from them, but they are responsible for part of my operation. So my
Mm-hmm.
family helps, and they share the employees' costs with me and that stuff. but everyone has a function on the company, but each store has their own profits, and the responsible keeps everything. So I have my store, my father has his stores, my brother has his stores, and we took care of everything together, and we have profit together. So
That's
people, the point of this whole call that I want to talk for anyone who's
awesome.
watching this, trust people. You know, you can't go like for a million or a billion if you don't trust people to do their work. People are good, just like you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Cool, awesome. And I think that's yeah, definitely a big lesson here. A lot of the times, like smart entrepreneurs, just like they max them out, their own capacity, but then, there's
Yes.
only so much you can do, right? Like by yourself. That's awesome, man. Thank you for sharing, guys. Thank you for watching. Felipe, I wish you, man, like just absolutely destroy like next year, and come
Yes.
to
I'll
Miami.
be back with the 10 millions. You can wait
Let's
for
do it.
it.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. And next time you're in Miami, hit me up, man.
Yeah, okay, I will. I will. Next year. Thank you,
Awesome.
man.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And thank you, Felipe. Bye bye. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you can just like this video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos in the future. Thank you.